Hi everyone, my name is Bharti. Today I am going to deal with the probability chapter. Okay, in this, what is a probability? Okay, if we take one event, it happens or may not happens. Just look into this one. Today, like rain, is there a possibility to rain? There is not a possibility to rain here. Yes or no? So that means it is not. Sometimes it is possible. Sometimes it is not possible also here. So here in the probability we are going to give for the sure event. It is probability is what? Sure event probability is 1. For sure event probability is probability is 1. And here what we can give the example for the sure event? Yes, sun rises in the east. So the probability is anybody can change this? Nobody can change. That means it is a sure event. Sure event probability is what? 1. And impossible event. Impossible event. So impossible event probability is 0. So what is impossible event? Yes, just look into an example for this also here. Impossible event. Just if we are written the examination for the 25 marks, is it possible to get the 26 marks? It's not possible. Correct or not? That means in that case, it's a impossible event. So in that impossible event, the probability is what? 0. Yes, in some cases, there is a possibility of lies between 1 and 0. So the probability of an event P of E such that probability of an event such that probability of an event we are going to show with the P of E such that it lies between 0 less than or equal to P of E less than or equal to 1. This is very important case here to remember for the examination point of view. 0 less than or equal to P of E less than or equal to 1. Yes. And in this one, let's see here P of E plus P of E bar is equal to 1, the condition here. So it always will be equal to 1. That means probability of happening an event plus probability of not happening an event is what? 1 here. So once again, probability of happening an event plus probability of not happening an event always will be equal to what? 1. So to write the probability for a certain event, we should know the outcomes. What are the outcomes are here. Now just let's see if we write it on throw a dice. If you throw a dice, okay, so when you throw a dice, what are the outcomes are possible here? Yes, so 1 2 3 4 5 6, correct or not? Yes. Now let's see the probability definition. What is the probability definition here? P of E is equal to number of favorable outcomes by number of favorable outcomes by total number of possible outcomes. Total number of possible outcomes. What is the probability definition here? Number of favorable outcomes by total number of possible outcomes. Okay, so once you see here the question, when you throw a die, okay, what are the possible outcomes? What are the numbers will be there? 1 2 3 4 5 6. Yes. Now as per the question, we have to write the answer. Yes. What is the question here? Now if they are asking about the probability of composite number. Probability of composite number here. Probability of composite number. So when you throw a dice, total number of possible outcomes are what? 6. We understood this one, correct? Now in that number of favorable outcomes. Number of favorable outcomes means in that our question is based on the composite number. In that 1 to 6, what are the composite numbers actually? It is having more than 2 factors. So by having the more than 2 factors, what we can give the example in this one as per here 4 and 6, it is having more than 2 factors, right? Yes or no? So probability of composite number of favorable outcomes what? 2. That means 2 by 6. 2 by 6 is what? 1 by 3 here. Next, probability of getting a prime number. Getting a prime number. Probability of getting a prime number. So when you throw a dice, what are the total outcomes? Number of possible here? 6 outcomes. Next one, but our event is what? Prime number. So what are the prime numbers from 1 to 6 here? Yes, 2 is a prime number. Yes, it is having only 2 factors. 3 is a prime number having 2 factors, and 5 is a prime number having only 2 factors. That means total how many number of favorable outcomes for us? 3 favorable outcomes. 3 by 6. It's nothing but what? 1 by 2 here. Yes. And next one, let's see one more question here. Probability of getting an odd number. Probability of getting an odd number. So in this, what are the odd numbers in this case here? 1 is an odd number. Yes. 3 is an odd number. Yes. 5 is an odd number. So that means number of favorable outcomes for the odd number is what here? 3. Out of how many here? 6. So that is equal to 1 by 2. Probability of an odd number is what? 1 by 2. Next one, probability of even number. Probability of even number. So in this, how many even numbers we have? We have with the 2 is an even number. Yes. 4 is an even number. And 6 is an even number. Yes. So 3 even numbers are possible. 3 by 6, that is equal to 1 by 2 here. Let's see one more question. Probability of composite number over prime number over odd number and even number. Yes. Probability of getting a number more than 6. Getting a number more than 6. What is our question? More than 6. So, more than 6. How many outcomes are possible here? Actually here, total number of outcomes, 6 only. More than 6. Is there anything possibility is there? No possibility. That means number of favorable outcomes what? 0. 0 by 6 is what? 0 here. I hope you understood about the throwing a dice. So, simple questions we have seen. Let's see and look into few more questions. Start. See, next we look into the coin here. If a coin is tossed once, the number of possible outcomes. If a coin is tossed, so what are the number of possible outcomes? One is head, another one is tail. Correct, Anna? Yes. Now the question, probability of event. First we will write the definition. Probability of an event is equal to number of favorable outcomes by number of favorable outcomes by total number of possible outcomes. Total number of possible outcomes. Okay. So in this, our question is about the probability of getting a head. That means our event is what here? It is about the head here. Now in this, if a coin is tossed once, the number of possible outcomes. One coin tossed, total outcomes how many is possible? 2 possible. In that, our question is about the head. How many heads are possible here in this? Yes, only 1. So 1 by 2. In the same way, probability of getting a tail. So getting a tail, so total number of possible outcomes are 2. In that, number of favorable outcomes to get a tail is how many possibilities are there? 1 possibility. So that probability of getting a tail is what? 1 by 2. Now let's look into the 2 coins. So when you toss a 2 coins, then what are the possible outcomes? If two coins are tossed, number of possible outcomes are how many? It is 4. Let's see. When you are tossing a 2 coins, Yes, when you're tossing a two coins, if I am the one person and one more person also is playing, there is a possibility I can get head and he also can get the head, right? Yes. Next one, if I get the head, there is a possibility he can get the tail. Yes, and tail and he can get the head, and if I get tail, there is a possibility to get the tail the another person. So other than this, anything possibility is there? No possibility. So if two coins are tossed, number of possible outcomes are how many? 4. What are those? Head head, head tail head, and tail possibility is there. Okay, so in that we can ask with the question. So if two coins are tossed together, find the probability of both the heads. So our question is what? Probability of both heads. So both heads means total number of possible outcomes are how many? 4. Yes. And next one, our question is about the probability of both heads. Both heads, how many possibilities are there here? Only one possibility, right? Yes. So 1 by 4. Next one, probability of exactly one head. Probability of exactly one head. Probability of exactly one head means how many possibilities are there? Only exactly one head itself. So here is the one possibility and here is the one possibility. Exactly one head only we are having here, right? Yes. So two possibilities are there out of 4. So here the simplest form is what? 1 by 2. They can ask many questions based on this one. Okay. Next, so about one coin we have seen and about the two coins we have seen. Now we will see about the if three coins are tossed, number of possible outcomes are is how many? 8 possible outcomes are possible. What are those? Once we will see about that also. Now, so like head possibility is there, right? Now head tail possibility is there, right? Now head tail head possibility we have. Now, here one more possibility. What is there here? Head, tail possibility is there, and tail possibility we have. Now, tail, head possibility, and tail, tail possibility is there, and tail, head possibility we have. So, total number of possible outcomes are what? 8 possible outcomes. So here what is the formula we can apply actually? If one coin is tossed, what are the outcomes? 2 power 1, it is 2. If two coins are tossed, 2 power 2, 4. If three coins are tossed, 2 cube, 8. If 4 coins are tossed, what is the formula? 2 power 4 to find out the total number of possible outcomes there. Now let's see some questions based on this one. Okay. Now the first question, if you see here, now three different coins are tossed simultaneously. The probability of getting at least one head. Okay. Probability of getting at least one head. Okay. What is our question? Probability of getting at least one head. That means we can have one head and it can be more than that also. Okay. So one head possibility and it can be more than that also. Yes. What are the possibilities here? These two, and at least one head, and it can be more than that also. Here how many possibilities are there? Yes, 7 possibilities we have. So 7 by 8 here. So probability of getting at least one head, it is nothing but here 7 possibilities out of 8. Now let's see one more question. At most 2 heads. At most 2 heads. At most two heads. At most two heads meaning what? So 2 heads and it can be less than that also. So understand the meaning here. Probability of at most 2 heads, correct? 2 heads and it can be less than that. So here 2 heads and it can be less than that. So 2 heads, here only 1 head, that means it is less only, right? Yes, 2 heads and it can be less. So here there is no head, it can be less also, I say, correct? At most 2 heads, that means maximum 2 heads and it can be less. So here this is also possibility we have, this is also possibility we have. Maximum 2 heads only I need it, correct or not? But here 3 heads we have, so that it is not the possible probability. Now how many possibility we have? Probability of at most 2 heads means there are how many possible outcomes? 7 possible outcomes. 7 by 8. Correct? I hope understood this one. Let's see one more question here. Probability of at least one we have said. Now probability of exactly one tail. Probability of exactly one tail. So in this I need exactly one tail. Here exactly one tail means what is the possibility here? Only one tail, correct? Here is one possibility, yes, and here is one possibility. Exactly I need one tail only. So total outcomes here is what? Possible outcomes, 3 possible outcomes. So head, head, tail, head and tail, head. So 3 possible outcomes out of 8. Okay. Now next one, probability of 2 heads and 1 tail. Probability of 2 heads and 1 tail. Probability of getting 2 heads and 1 tail. So probability of getting 2 heads and 1 tail. So let's see what are the possibilities here. 2 heads, 1 tail, 2 heads, 1 tail. Next one, here 2 heads, 1 tail, correct? So possibilities outcomes is what here? 3 possibilities out of 8 outcomes. I hope everyone understand this one also. Okay. Let's see one more question here. The question is about a bag contain 4 red, 3 ball and 2 yellow balls. 1 ball is drawn at random from the bag. Find the probability that a drawn ball is red. And the second question is what? In that, what is the probability of getting a yellow ball here? So first of all, we should know what are the how many red and how many blue, right? Yes, from the given data. So red is how many? 4. And blue balls is how many? Blue balls are 3. And next one, yellow balls are 2. So total is how many? Total balls are 4 plus 3 plus 2. 3 plus 2, 5. 5 plus 4, it is 9. So that means total number of possible outcomes are how many? 9. So now we are going to write about the event about what? Probability of getting a red ball. Correct? What is the probability of getting a red ball actually here? Red ball, how many possibilities are there? Yes, 4 possibilities out of 9. So 4 by 9. And next one, probability of getting a yellow ball. Yellow. So yellow ball, how many we have actually here? 2. And next one out of how many? 9. Yes. I hope everybody understood the probability chapter. So this is the part 1 probability chapter. Part 2 I am going to explain about the complete cards. So please like, share and subscribe it. Don't forget. Thank you.